Welcome to the AI Sales Lab, how to master ChatGPT and other AI tools for more sales, bigger sales, and faster sales. That is our objective for today. So, just to make sure you didn't wander off into the wrong room here on the interwebs, who this is for, you're a B2B consultant, business coach, corporate trainer, or professional speaker, and you want to find out what the heck is all the fuss about ChatGPT and AI for sales and marketing. Maybe you've started using some AI tools like ChatGPT, but still don't really understand how to maximize their potential to help you build, grow, and scale your expert business. And or you want to save 80% of the time, effort, and frustration of creating content, creating sales material, generating lead generation, assets, social media posts, webinar outlines, book outlines, ebook outlines, live stream scripts, all sorts of sales assets, proposals, getting into the mind of your buyer. What's really going on? What are their concerns, pains, problems, heartaches, headaches, challenges, gaps? Being able to read their mind so that they immediately feel that you see them, you hear them, you get them, and that you become the only choice when they're looking to hire a B2B professional expert. Wherever you are on that spectrum, we will definitely have something here to help you. We're also going to go hands-on. This is not just going to be slide after slide after slide. We're going to go out to ChatGPT. I'm going to show you some live prompts, some responses, some prompt stacking, some prompt engineering. I'm also going to go with you out to Claude, Claude.ai, and we'll talk about the differences between when and where to use ChatGPT, when and where to use Claude. And then we'll also spend some time on a third platform called Perplexity, which is an AI-driven search engine. So think of it like Google on some major steroids and major vitamins. And of course, we're going to have our usual Q&A at the end to answer all of your questions. And the first question that I will answer for you right now is, okay, this whole ChatGPT thing, am I 2 years too late? Have I missed the boat? Are all the cool kids already using it? And am I going to have to play catch up? The answer is no. The answer is a big, bold, bright neon green no. You have not missed the boat. This actually is a fantastic time to roll up your sleeves, get into some of these more popular, more useful, more helpful AI platforms, and use it as an accelerant. Use it as not only, a lot of people say we should use these AI tools, whether it's for video editing or creating content or writing or audio or transcription or summarizing. A lot of people say we should use it as a really smart intern. I'm going to show you how to use it as a really smart consultant or a really smart advisor so that you have this advisor on call called ChatGPT, way smarter than an intern, way more capable than someone that's, hey, go get me some coffee. So whether it's Claude or Perplexity or Synthesia or Canva or any of these AI saturated tools, you have not missed the boat, my friends. You have not missed the boat. Yay, 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 yay. In fact, I'll tell you what you missed. You missed the ugly part. You missed the part where it's raw and not that cooperative and kind of simple-minded. And coming into it right now, as we record this is the perfect time because these tools have now been refined. They're on a version 3, they're on a version 4, they're on a version 5, where they are incredibly more powerful than they were 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months ago. They are incredibly more useful than they were 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months ago. And you can do a whole lot more with them, a lot more than you could have 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months ago. So if you are on board for the whole trip, that's awesome. Congratulations, you're an early adopter. If you're just taking it seriously now, my friend, you have perfect timing. You are in the right place at the right time, watching the right masterclass with me right now. And I'm glad you're here and you haven't missed a drop. And we're going to catch you up and not only catch you up, but leap you ahead in using all of these AI tools, tech, and platforms to give you a serious competitive edge. Now, I am going to give you the big reveal. Here's the big reveal right out front. We're going to take care of the commerce, and then we're going to do the teaching, and then we're going to come back to a little bit of the commerce at the end just to explain what we're doing. But we're doing another run of our AI Sales Lab. That the last time we did this was the spring of 2023. People loved it. They loved it. I mean, like capital L, loved it. And so you're invited to a special live course with me. This is live led, no recordings, no portal, no videos. This is live personal training with me, with hands-on practice with every single module. We actually start on Monday, September 30th. As many of you know, if you're graduates of our other programs, our 5 and 6 week programs almost always $36.97, $29.97. That's the kind of price point that we usually do these. So we're not doing this for $36.97. We're not doing it for $29.97. This is priced to help you right now, so it's affordable to almost anyone who is serious about leveraging AI for bigger sales, better sales, and faster sales. It's $1,000. So as we're going into this, and I want to keep this group intentionally small, if you already know that, hey, I was hoping for something like this, I was looking for something like this, I don't want to wait another 45 minutes to get the opportunity to hop into something like this, simply go to AISalesLab.com. There are 12 spots only. This is not going to be a massive group where no one gets any personal attention. This is going to be very, very small group, curated personal attention for everyone. We're going to throw a couple bonus sessions in that I'll tell you about at the end. And Sam, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, please just pop that URL into the chat so that folks can pop in there and avail themselves of the opportunity for us to work together as we start going into some of the teaching. I'm going to come back at the end a little bit and just kind of lay out what the 5 weeks looks like, give you the timing, show you some of the course material, so you'll get a good flavor of what's going on. But I will tell you, the last cohort that went through it, mind-blowing. The best feedback we've had in quite a long time about any of our new programs. And this obviously was a new program in the spring of 2023. So we've refined it, we've updated it, we've added all kinds of cool things to it, which I'm going to show you right now. So here is hands-on with ChatGPT. And you can do this with me if you want. If you're already using ChatGPT, fantastic. You have an account, free account, paid account, totally up to you. I'm going to show you some things. And then if you want to kind of do it, open up a separate tab, open up a separate window in your browser and try some things along with me. AI tools, all of these AI tools, every single one, you can learn about it. You can watch the training videos. The best thing to do is to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and start playing around. And if you're already beyond the playing around stage, get more sophisticated, add more layers, do more prompt engineering, ask for more sophisticated prompts, do a better job with prompt chaining, meaning the conversations where it remembers what you said previously and you just keep going. So if you want to just sit back, relax, and watch me screen share some stuff, that's great. If you want to pop into your ChatGPT account and try some of these things as we're brainstorming, as we're showing you some of the cool capabilities, feel free to do that as well. So let me get out of this and let me get into, we got lots of crazy stuff going here. So that was my calendar, that was fun. And now we should be looking at ChatGPT. So I figured, the best way to start this is let's have the tool tell us about the tools. Now, this is extremely simple. This is for folks that are kind of, code red on question number 1. It's like, I've never been in ChatGPT. So we're starting with the basics. We're starting with super simple. Here's the first prompt. Please tell me when to use Perplexity versus ChatGPT versus Claude and the strengths of each with use case examples and sample prompts for each. So, okay, now obviously I'm asking one of the 3 players, but this is a pretty good answer. So Perplexity, I mentioned to you earlier, is the search engine, AI-driven search engine that is a closed system, and it's also able to pull in specific references from websites. So it's not just going to give you the answer. It's going to give you the answer and the sources and the citations of what's going on. So as it says on the screen, quick factual retrieval, research assistance, source-based queries. Strengths are factual accuracy, typically provides answers based on verifiable data from trusted resources, responds rapidly, and then source citations. This says often links back. It always links back to original references. I'll show you how that works when we get into the Perplexity demo. So there are some sample prompts. This is not great. Perplexity, by the way, is not great for creating content. And it's certainly not great for creating original contrarian content, because think about what it is. It's the search engine, AI-powered search engine. It's going to find what's already been written. It's going to find what's already been said. It's not going to be contrarian, rebellious, maverick, exciting. differentiated, as my friend Mark Levy would say. It's going to be, well, here's what the crowd thinks, and here's some resources, links, and citations. Go check it out yourself. So it's not great for that. It's amazing for other things. ChatGPT, I find, is the universal Swiss Army knife. It's good for almost everything. It's not great at any one of these things. But generally, ChatGPT is where I start. So certainly writing and content, conversational tasks, problem solving and brainstorming, strengths are versatility, conversational flow, and customizability, which has gotten much, much better in the last 6 to 12 months. And then some example use cases and some sample prompts. I'm going to show you a lot more prompts and a lot more depth and a lot more prompt chaining here in a moment. And then Claude is the best writer out of all three of these. So if you have a writing task or a content task, Claude is totally the way to go. So as you see here, ethical or sensitive content generation. So it's got more filters and guardrails than the others, deep reasoning and longer form content. So its strengths, you can see there, bias mitigation, long form conversations, ethical reasoning, example use cases, and then some sample prompts. And then ChatGPT even gave us a cute little table. Look at the cute little table. Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude, best for, sample use case, sample prompt. Fantastic. Here's the 3 bullets. Perplexity is your go-to for quick factual answers and research. ChatGPT shines in creative, interactive, and versatile tasks. Claude excels in deep ethical and reflective conversations, often producing thoughtful responses and thoughtful content. So, as they say in the Matrix, let's see how deep the rabbit hole goes with ChatGPT. I'm going to start with a prompt, and then I'm going to show you how far and how deep you can go in a single prompt in ChatGPT that remembers everything that came before. So strap in, here we go. This was my prompt. I'm a $10,000 leadership keynote speaker. I'm not, but maybe some of you are. I'm a $10,000 leadership keynote speaker. Write a speaker one sheet for me. I wrote a book titled Responsible Leadership, which again, I did not. Those of you that know me are aware. I wrote a book titled Responsible Leadership, and I do keynotes, breakouts, seminars, and workshops. And then here's the response. ChatGPT, very friendly. Sure, here's a potential one sheet. And we got some keynote topics, some breakout sessions, seminars, workshops, booking info. Awesome. Now, a lot of people would stop there and go, that wasn't very useful. I mean, okay, cool party trick, but, couldn't I get my intern to do that? Couldn't I get my assistant to type that up? Couldn't I just go onto some websites and find some one-sheet templates and go from there? Well, you could, but we've only scratched the surface. So look how deep we're going to go with this. Now, please create a course outline for my 8-week Responsible Leadership online course. Make it relevant to senior managers in Fortune 500 corporations. Okay, here you go. Week 1, Introduction to Responsible Leadership. Week 2, Leading with Ethics and Integrity. Week 3, Sustainability and Social Responsibility. Week 4, Inclusive Leadership and DEI. Week 5, Responsible Decision Making. Week 6, Accountability and Transparency. Week 7, Leading Change and Innovation Responsibly. Week 8, Applying Responsible Leadership to Real-World Challenges. Okay, well, I might take that. I might tweak it. I will tell you, I want you to think of the 80% rule. The 80% rule means all these tools, ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, they will do 80% of the work. It is still up to us to, in my case, humanize and numanize. If you're David Guthrow, you are going to be Guthroizing. If you're Tuli Garner, you're going to be Garnerizing. If you're Mark Levy, you're going to be Levyizing this content. But imagine having 80% of the work done for you, and then we're just polishing, tweaking, changing a couple of phrases, putting in your personality, putting in your terminology, but it's 80% done. Very, very powerful. So that sounds interesting. Look, it's even suggesting a price. The course fee is $2,500 per participant. Where did it get that from? I don't know. Does that sound good? Maybe. Should it be more? Should it be less? Frankly, I kind of like it. Give me 10 participants. Give me $25,000. We're done. Great. $2,500 per leader in a Fortune 500 company. Next prompt. Now create a sales page for the course. How about that? Now create a sales page for the course. Absolutely. Here's your sales page. And we got some nice bullets. We have all kinds of fun things. Next thing I'm going to do, please create a 15-question assessment for responsible leadership. This will be a paid assessment, and scores will be aggregated for the entire team with coaching assignments based on the results. Ooh, okay. So now you can see we're going deeper, we're going further, we're getting a little bit richer in here. So here's the 15 questions. I'm lazy. I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't want to hand score any questions. Please redesign the quiz so it is self-scoring and does not use open-ended questions. Okay, here's a redesigned version, self-scoring with multiple choice answers, A, B, C, D, all down the line, 15 questions, A, B, C, I'm sorry, 10 questions. 10 questions here with A, B, C, and D responses. Now, when I was reviewing this in detail, I was like, wow, that's okay. I wonder what the right answers are. So, is it up to me to figure out the answers? Of course not. Of course not. So the next prompt, please write the answer key. Please write the answer key. Okay, no problem. B, 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 C, C, D, B. There's your answer key. Those are the correct answers. So you could put this in some software. You could put this in SurveyMonkey. You could put this in Typeform. You could have scores attached to it. Your intern could do that work. And now you have on your website, take the responsible leadership self-assessment quiz. Boom. You scored a 70, here's what you need to do. You scored a 30, here's what you need to do. You scored a 90, here's what you need to do. So that's how that works. Check this out. Please create a certification program so that companies can certify their own employees on facilitating the responsible leadership curriculum in-house. All right, here's your brand new certification program, my friends. Certification program overview. Here's the requirements. Here's the curriculum. Here's the program benefits. Here's the fees, duration, program delivery, certification program recognition. Great. Sounds good. I would like to do a webinar that promotes the 8-week mentoring program. So the next thing, all in the same thread. Notice this is all in the same thread because you want it to remember what came before and integrate that in the context that we're asking for these prompts. Please create a webinar outline that promotes the Responsible Leadership 8-week mentoring program. Awesome. Webinar title, How to Develop Responsible Leaders, an Introduction to the Responsible Leadership 8-week mentoring program. I probably wouldn't use that title. I would say an introduction to the responsible leadership model or the responsible leadership philosophy, right? Because no one wants to come to a webinar and says, hey, here's about my program. So I would probably change that. And of course, you could easily ask ChatGPT, hey, give me 10 additional titles that do not refer to the mentoring program. So here's the intro. Here's section 1 of the webinar, section 2, section 3, section 4. Now that I'm looking at this, it's like, well, gosh, I was self-publishing this book. I think a big New York publisher might want to take on the Responsible Leadership book. So my next prompt is please create a book proposal for the Responsible Leadership book based on the course and the certification program. You see what I just did there? So I'm referring ChatGPT to say, hey, you wrote this amazing content for the book, and you wrote this amazing you wrote this amazing content for the course, and you wrote this amazing content for the certification program right up above. Roll that into the book proposal. Roll that into the book proposal. So the title of the book, Responsible Leadership, a practical guide for developing ethical leaders in the corporate world. And chapter outline, overview, audience, key selling points, marketing and promotion, author bio. It made up all kinds of things about the author bio. And don't forget also, most of these platforms still prone to inaccuracy, still prone to flat out lying. So insert name and relevant credentials as an experienced leadership development expert and consultant with over 20 years of experience. Nope. Maybe you have 30. Maybe you have 25. Maybe you have 15. So please, please, please be aware that we are still not ready for prime time. There is nothing that you will generate in ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity that you should take at face value, copy and paste directly into some piece of content that will affect your personal reputation or your company's personal reputation or your company or your personal brand, because it can still be very much prone to inaccuracies, flat out lies, and completely incorrect facts. I always have to say that. I'll probably say that 5 or 6 times during our 5-week program together, but that's okay. Now, what it didn't have is a differentiation section. So again, my friend Mark Levy's in the house here. How will this book be different than the competing books on leadership, of which there's only about 27,000 leadership books? The world does not need a 27,001st leadership book. So ChatGPT says responsible leadership is different because boom, 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 right? Great, awesome. Please create a series of emails for the launch of the book, include bonuses and incentives to pre-order the book and for buying the book in bulk. Buying the book in bulk. This is all still one mega super prompt, my friends. We are going deep in here. Sure, here's the email sequence. Email number 1, pre-launch announcement. Email number 2, bonus announcement. Email number 3, bulk purchase incentive. Email number 4, launch day reminder. And fantastic emails. Didn't like email number 4. It was kind of too short. So I said, please rewrite email number 4. Okay, much better, right? A little bit more beefy, juicy. First 50 people to order the book will receive a 30-minute coaching session with me where we can discuss your specific leadership challenges and how the book can help you address them. Honestly, would I have thought of that? Not really. Not really. Pretty good idea. Pretty good idea right there. First 50 people to pre-order the book get a 30-minute one-on-one. Okay, awesome. Thank you, ChatGPT. I'm feeling like once this book comes out, I better have a podcast. So create a description for the Responsible Leadership podcast based on the book, the course, and the webinar. Why? Because ChatGPT remembers the book, the course, and the webinar that we talked about above. So here's the title of the podcast, Responsible Leadership, subtitle, Practical Strategies for Building Ethical and Effective Teams. Welcome to the podcast. Each episode's going to cover bullet, bullet, bullet. Nice. Did I mention I'm lazy? Don't even want to think? Create an intro script and outro script for the podcast. Fantastic. You guys ready for my podcast intro voice? Here it is. It's going to be fun. Welcome to the Responsible Leadership Podcast, where we explore practical strategies for building ethical and effective teams in the corporate world. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's not really my podcast voice, but you get the idea. There's the intro. Whether you're a CEO looking to build a culture of ethical leadership in your organization or a mid-level manager looking to develop your own leadership skills, this podcast has something for you. So let's dive in and explore the world of responsible leadership. And then little theme music, of course, right? That's the podcast theme music. You're welcome. Outro script, right? Bob, it's been so great speaking with you. Totally tremendous. Outro script. Thank you for joining us on the Responsible Leadership Podcast. We hope you found today's episode valuable and informative. If you enjoyed the show, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Okay. You know, I'm starting this responsible leadership movement. I mean, I got all the assets. I got the book. I got the course. I got the certification. I got the podcast. You know what I don't have? I don't have a page-a-day calendar, but I want a page-a-day calendar. Create a page-a-day calendar of famous quotes relating to responsible leadership. My friends, you're not going to believe this. Day 1, day 2, day 3, right? We can keep going throughout the whole year here. We got everybody here. We got Dwight Eisenhower. We got Reagan. We got Jim Rohn. Right? It stopped on January 25th. I could simply have said, go on. January 26th, 27th, 28th, go on. February 17th, 18th, 19th. It literally could have spit out 365. The buffer gets full at some point. So sometimes you got to prompt it, go on or continue, and it will go on and it will continue. I don't know about you, but when I'm speaking, when I have a certification program, when I have a thought leadership platform, I love speaking engagements. I don't care if you're a consultant, a founder, a CEO, an executive. Speaking is your one-to-many sales platform, your one-to-many paid prospecting opportunity. So please find 50 speaking opportunities where I could give a paid keynote on responsible leadership. Now, right here, what you'll notice is it picked a lot of MBA graduate schools. So we're not really going to be speaking at MBA graduate schools. So I gave it another prompt. I need them to all be professional associations who have hired Scott McCain or Simon Sinek or Larry Winget in the past. I just picked 3 names because I know if they can afford Scott or Simon or Larry, they can probably afford you. They can probably afford you. So much better list. SHRM, National Association of Manufacturers, Institute for Supply Management, PMI, ATD, SMPS, National Speakers Association. I'm not sure about that because we don't pay speakers. I know, don't ask, it's okay. American Bar Association, National Restaurant Association. That's known as the NRA that feeds us, not the NRA that's shooting at us, just so you have that. Lots and lots of resources here. So I'm going to say, please rewrite the list and limit your choices to associations that have a $10 million annual budget according to their tax filings. Why is that important? Because if they have a $10 million budget, they probably have a nice size speaker budget. Tax filings, by the way, are public records. Public records live on the internet. So I get a list. It's a little bit of a different list, but it's a refined list. And so now I've got all of that. says, please provide contact. The next prompt is, please provide contact information for the person responsible for booking speakers. Now here, this was a while ago, it said, sorry, no can do. Sorry, no can do. So then I said, all right, well, what are some of the top rated leadership podcasts that I should approach to be a guest? And it gave me some leadership podcasts that I should be a guest. Some of these I've heard of, some of these I've never heard of. They're brand new to me, very exciting. Alan Murray, Eric Fisher, Tom Henschel, Kevin Cruz, who's a past client, Tony Robbins, Reid Hoffman, Andy Stanley, Dave Ramsey, Tim Ferriss, Adam Grant, Lencioni, Jan Rutherford, Scott Engler. Great. Now, this was one long prompt chain. This, if you have a business idea, if you have a business model innovation, a service model innovation, ChatGPT can be so incredibly helpful, save you weeks and weeks and months of research. Let's go down another path here. Then I want to show you Claude. Then I want to show you Perplexity, and we can talk a little bit more about the AI Sales Lab during the Q&A. So let me share. This is a much simpler one and a much shorter one. As some of you know, our main mentoring program is called Do It MBA. And I was in a situation where I had a prospect named Pam. And so I said, well, what question should I ask Pam, a seasoned and financially successful consultant, in a sales conversation, inviting them to apply for the Do It MBA Revenue Acceleration Program? So in case you haven't had a lot of sales training, you haven't worked with us before, it's like, what questions should I even ask? Should I pitch? Should I say how awesome I am? Or should I focus on asking Pam deep, revealing questions about who she is, where she's going, what she wants, what she needs, what she's tried before, why that hasn't worked, et cetera, et cetera. So these are some great questions. Next question, what sales objections should I be prepared for, and how would you respond to each one? Not sure I can afford it, don't have time to commit, I'm skeptical about whether this program can really help me, I'm already doing well, so I don't think I need this. I'm not sure the program aligns with my specific consulting niche or industry. So right here, you have a little miniature sales coach and miniature sales advisor on how you can respond to each of these 6 objections, which is really, really cool. Last one in ChatGPT, and then we'll move on. This is actually on behalf of one of our clients. One of our clients does marketing and branding work only for B2B technology companies and their CEOs. So the prompt is, I sell marketing and branding services to B2B technology firm CEOs. Please give me a current snapshot of what is on these prospects' minds when it comes to marketing, branding, differentiation, and how to grow and scale their business. So, got lots of great responses here. Brand differentiation in a saturated market, revenue growth through targeted marketing, scaling through thought leadership and content marketing, brand trust and reputation, marketing is alignment with sales, adapting to digital transformation, employer branding, sustainable growth, customer-centric branding, and navigating economic uncertainty. All right, well, that's good. What are the top challenges that B2B technology CEOs face when trying to differentiate their brands? Well, no big surprise, commoditization of almost everything, complexity of the tech, proving ROI and tangible benefits, long sales cycles and multiple decision makers for these complex sales, balancing innovation with stability, difficulty establishing emotional connections, overcoming perceptions of being a niche player, meaning small potatoes, inconsistent brand messaging, lack of clear vision or purpose, navigating rapid technological advancements. Now, remember who I am, right? I'm not those CEOs. I am selling to those CEOs. So imagine the messaging motherload that I just got. Imagine the things that I can now blog about, write about, YouTube videos, memes, all kinds of fun things, articles, LinkedIn Lives, right? I now know what makes these people tick. I know what they're afraid of. I know what they're challenged by. I know what they're up against. So check this out. This is my favorite. If I were to create a professional services package to address each of these issues, please act as a master marketer and copywriter. By the way, that's called a persona instruction. Please act as. So please act as a master marketer and copywriter and create a detailed description of this new service offering, include benefits, differentiators, and branded subcomponents of the service they can't get anywhere else. This is the mic drop moment here, kids, for ChatGPT. Introducing brand elevation for B2B tech. What is the brand elevation package? Solve every differentiation challenge. From commoditized to customized, you get a marketing positioning audit. Simplify complexity. you get our strategic messaging system. Prove the ROI, results-driven value proposition. Sell to every stakeholder, multi-tiered outreach blueprint. This is very sophisticated. This is amazing. I'm thinking of just trashing my current business and selling some crap to B2B tech CEOs. This is so good. This is so on point. This is so exactly how it's done. Expand without losing identity, your scaling identity roadmap, consistency across channels, use our omni-channel brand integration strategy, visionary leadership development, brand evolution strategy. Why choose brand elevation for B2B tech? Exclusivity, tailored for this industry, measurable results, expert guidance. Amazing, 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 amazing. All right, pause there for a moment, take a breath, grab a beverage. I'm going to show you something that is going to totally revolutionize the way that you use YouTube. It is an AI summarizer for YouTube videos. So I'm going to go over to YouTube. And again, I'm a little bit paranoid about changing apps and changing screens. Can you now see a somewhat blurry picture of our buddy Alex Hormozi? So this is a 7-minute video. You can say, well, what if it was a 40-minute video or a 50-minute video? I don't know about you. I don't have time. Do you have time to sit and watch 40, 45-minute videos, even at 1.5x, even at 2x? I don't. So what you want to do is you want to get this YouTube summary with ChatGPT browser extension. If you search, you go into your Chrome extensions and just type in GLASP or YouTube summary, I will tell you what it's going to do for you. It creates this little bar right here on the right. See where it says transcript and summary? I can summarize the video, I can find summary article, or I can export with one click to ChatGPT. When I export it one click to ChatGPT, watch what happens. I'm going to click on this. So it grabbed the transcript, it summarized it into 5 points. Now, I know from the title that there were 7 or 8 different automation tools. I'm going to type in, please list each of the tools specifically mentioned in the video. Okay, there was 9, right? Compose, Resemble, Runway, Descript, Tavis, Otter, Fireflies, ChatGPT, and Reclaim. Now, this is new. What I'm about to show you here is new. It didn't used to be able to do this before. Please provide URLs for each of these. Now, obviously you could have guessed, but again, I'm lazy. I want one-click access to Resemble AI and RunwayML.com and Tavis.ai and Reclaim.ai. So that is, it can now actually give you the links. All right, let's talk about the writer in the group, which is Claude. Claude.ai, and again, I would welcome you, open up a fresh window, go over to Claude.ai. You can play around with this. There's a free plan and there's a professional plan. I'm on the professional plan, $20 a month. I think you can all probably afford that. I hope you can. And if you have the free plan, it's fully capable. It just slows down your prompting. So if you do like 4 or 5 prompts an hour, it'll say, hey, you've used your allotment, come back at 5 p.m., come back at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, whatever. So it safeguards its own bandwidth. So again, I hope you're seeing my Claude screen. If you are seeing my Claude screen that says, good afternoon, David, please just type Claude, and I'll show you how the writer in the group can be leveraged for a lot of your content tasks. Now remember, ChatGPT, universal Swiss Army knife, good for lots of things, lots of different things. Content specialist is going to be Claude. Content specialist is going to be Claude. If you want to have some fun with this and you have either version of paid or free, do one set of prompts in ChatGPT, do the exact same set of prompts in Claude, and see whose content you'll be happier with. My guess is you'll be happier with the content coming from Claude. And so that's worth trying. Okay, thank you for all the Claude. So let's look at overcoming sales objections. Again, everything we talk about in the AI Sales Lab, it's not AI for the sake of AI. It's AI for sales research, AI for sales prospecting, AI for sales content, AI for sales proposals, AI for sales role plays, AI for sales everything. So that's what we're talking about. You want to pop over to AISalesLab.com, hop into one of the 12 open spots, that would be fantastic. While I'm showing this to you, think about how you would use this in your world. So I mentioned the Do It MBA mentoring program. That's our flagship main program that we offer people. How can I overcome, the beginning of this prompt is, how can I overcome the most common sales objections while enrolling solo consultants in a sales mentoring program called Do It MBA? So let's go down the line here. I don't have time for this. Too expensive. I'm already successful. I can learn this on my own. I'm not sure if it's relevant. I've tried sales programs in the past. They didn't work. I'm not a natural salesperson. I'm worried about falling behind on my work. Well, that's okay. I'm worried about you falling behind on your mortgage, for Pete's sakes. Okay. So notice the end of the prompt says, would you like me to elaborate on any of these strategies or discuss additional objections you've encountered? And so no, but my next prompt, again, inline prompting, because it's going to remember what you said before. Write a sales letter for Do It MBA specifically aimed at established consultants who earn more than 10K per month. Now, what's interesting about Claude creates these little documents. The documents show up as this link, and then they open up in the sidebar. What you'll notice down here in the lower right, there's a clipboard icon that would let you copy, and there's a download icon that would let you download this right from this interface. So the sales letter says, attention, high-performing consultants, it's time to elevate your game. So why do MBA? What sets Do It MBA apart? What you'll get, limited spots, your investment, guarantee, next steps. Okay, good but not great. Good but not great. So I then say rewrite that into a sales page and address the most common problems that successful high-fee solo consultants have. So we get a little summary, and then it creates a second inline document. Elevate your consulting business to new heights. Are you a successful consultant facing these challenges? Hitting a revenue ceiling despite your expertise? Struggling to scale without sacrificing quality? Feeling stuck in the time for money trap? Difficulty landing those elusive Fortune 500 clients? Burnout from constantly chasing new projects? The blueprint for exponential growth. I kind of like that, just between you and me. How the program solves your biggest challenges. Break through the revenue ceiling, supporting bullet. Scale your business without sacrificing quality. Escape the time for money trap. Land Fortune 500 clients. Eliminate burnout and reclaim your time. What sets it apart? Tailored for top performers. Practical, not just theoretical. Exclusive peer network. By the way, these are all true down here. And ongoing support. This is not true. You don't get 6 months of post-program mentoring, but you get mentoring in the program. So I would make that edit. I would make that change. And then, of course, it gives you some fake testimonials. Now, here's where you got to be careful. I told you, fabrication, outright lies, not cool. So after implementing the Do It MBA strategies, I landed a $250,000 contract with a Fortune 500 company, something I never thought possible. Sarah T, whoever Sarah T is. Now, you know, and I know that we're never going to use fake testimonials. Never, ever, ever going to use fake testimonials. The prompt in my head is, hey, let's add our actual testimonials into this document so that there's a testimonial placeholder. I'm going to put my real testimonials in there. And by the way, we have people closing 400,000, 575,000, 650,000. The client right now is closing a $650,000 consulting deal with a big financial services firm. So 250K, that's peanuts. I wouldn't even advertise that. The price is wrong, by the way. Those of you that are alumni, you know that price is wrong. So again, placeholder pricing, put in the real pricing. Ironclad guarantee, limited spots, still on the fence. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Great, okay. Way better, way better result. This could be a game changer for you. When you want to only talk to your highest level prospects, look at the syntax of this prompt. List 13 problems that seasoned independent consultants have that newer consultants don't have. List 13 problems that seasoned managers have that newer managers don't have. List 13 problems that seasoned X have that newer X do not have. Now you're calling out champagne problems. Now you're repelling the newbies and the beginners, and you're only attracting the most sophisticated top end of your market. So what are the 13 problems that sophisticated, seasoned people have? plateau and growth, price ceiling, reputation management, work-life balance, innovation fatigue, client dependency, scaling limitations, burnout from high-stakes projects, market saturation, legacy system management, succession planning, complacency, mentor-mentee balance. Out of these 13, I love 10. I love 10 of them. Mentor-mentee balance, I probably wouldn't get involved in that. Legacy system management, I don't really help with that necessarily. So those two I would drop out. I would probably lose succession planning too, because that's not, we don't do leadership. Everything else, 10 out of these 13, I could tweak in 5 or 6 minutes, and boom, I have an amazing, amazing list of marketing bullets. What are the most common hassles and problems of solo consultants who earn 30K per month? And again, there's going to be some overlap, but I want to see what comes up with this one. Time management and overwork. Scaling limitations, we saw that one before. Feast or famine cycles, that one's new. Tax complexity, that one's new. Client expectations, that one's new. Work-life balance, old. Burnout risk, old. Limited bandwidth for business development, that's new. Professional development challenges, that's new. Imposter syndrome, that's new. Loneliness and isolation, that's new. So I'm getting, just by adding a little bit more texture and background, it remembered the first 13, and then my next question, it had more nuance to answer the next question better. All right, last one is Perplexity. The Perplexity homepage, when you just come in, looks like this. It's perplexity.ai. And Perplexity is, as I mentioned earlier, the AI-powered search tool. So not great for creating content because it's going to aggregate content that's already out there. So you're going to get references, links, source material, and it's going to say, here's what everyone is saying or thinking about this topic. So let me share with you how you might use this. Here's my prompt. I'm interviewing several subcontractor corporate trainers to work with my Fortune 1000 clients. They need to have content knowledge, excellent client-facing skills, and the ability to learn and deliver my proprietary curriculum quickly. What are some top grading style interview questions for each of the different interviews that the top grading system recommends? So I read the top grading book. I'm aware there's a top grading methodology, and I want links and references to how this works. So here's a link, here's the link, here's the link, here's 4 more links. I can get one-click access to the source that Perplexity used to come together, summarize, and amalgamate my answer. But here's the answer too. Ask about early influences, work history, plans and goals, self-evaluation. Great, good start. Here's some visual links too. This is, by the way, a top grading scorecard, if you want to see what that looks like. Please add more detail for the screening interview, the skills interview, and the main top grading interview. Again, follow-up prompt that remembers everything that came before. Super. Here's what you do in the screening interview. Here's what you do in the skills interview. Here's what you do in the main top grading interview. How should I structure the main top grading interview to ensure all necessary topics are covered? And again, notice source, 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 5 more sources. Click on that. I can go to all of these source materials for additional research and additional insight. But the summary is review materials, prepare an interview guide, walk them through a chronological review of their jobs, ask them to self-evaluate. What are the essential components of a top grading interview? Job scorecard, work history form. I'm not sure what a job scorecard is. Well, gosh, look, here's all the sources, right? I can click in and find out what a job scorecard is. I can click in and find out what the work history form is supposed to look like. Then we go through the steps. How can I measure the candidate's character and fit during the top grading interview? Sources up top and answer down here. So very, very powerful, all based on search, all based on search, all based on sources, and all based on very specific references. All right, last one here, and then we'll flip back into the slides. This is a good side-by-side comparison. Remember, I said in ChatGPT, on behalf of one of our clients, I sell marketing and branding services to B2B tech CEOs. Please give me a current snapshot of what's on these prospects' minds when it comes to marketing, branding, differentiation, how to grow and scale. Same exact prompt. Did it in ChatGPT, saw that answer. Coming into Perplexity, I wanted to see what the Perplexity answer was. So some similarities, some differences. What are the top challenges B2B tech CEOs face when trying to differentiate their brands? So I've got CMS Wire, digital clarity. I got more sources here. Probably some stuff in here from HubSpot, Launch Marketing, CXL, Avenue Inc., Digital Authority. Nice. So what are their challenges? Market competition, innovation, balancing brand building and lead generation, and changing buyer behaviors. What are some successful examples of B2B brands that have effectively differentiated themselves? HubSpot, Marketo, ClickUp, Doc. Sam on our team loves ClickUp, so there you go, Sam. That's going to make Sam happy. Based on the above, please create 5 compelling contrarian blog posts. Now remember, I said Perplexity is not great at content. I wanted to give it a content prompt just to demonstrate this for you. Based on the above, please create 5 compelling contrarian blog posts that would attract this type of B2B tech CEO, including call to action in each article. So there are the article ideas. Notice they're not really fleshed out. It's like it tells you what to do, but it's not going to write the article for you because Perplexity is not great at the content. Could you take this prompt, put it back into Claude, and have an amazing resource? Absolutely. So knowing what's what and what to use for what is really important. What are the most common pitfalls tech CEOs face in startups? Rapid tech change, delegation and bottlenecks, talent acquisition, market competition, resource management. I want to find out more about that. Codework, Reddit, guy named Dave Bailey, whoever Dave Bailey is, Fortune, Business News Daily, Square Dot, Cambridge Intelligence. Great. I can go right through to any of these sources and take a mind bath in the information. So let's talk about this AI Sales Lab. This is coming up. We're starting next week. The link to get in is AI Sales Lab. It is one of the most affordable, if not the most affordable thing that we offer. We don't really do a lot of things at that 1K price point, but it's 5 weeks of coaching and community, complete step-by-step live training. I'll show you some of the prompts and some of the assignments here in a minute. Prompt engineering, prompt library, we just scratched the surface. Today was just a very, very high-level demo. We begin September 30th, what you're getting week by week. And I'll share some of these assignment sheets with you here in a second. Week number 1, we're just going to get our feet wet. Sales brainstorming, identify problems you want to brainstorm about, develop content for the attract phase, the conversion phase, and the delivery phase of your work, going deeper and combining ideas, some of the prompt stacking that I demonstrated very high level today, we're going to go into extreme detail on. Week 2, and each week, by the way, we're spending between 60 and 90 minutes together, and then there's lots and lots of practice assignments that are specific and custom to you, your business, your prospects, your mode of delivery, keynote speaker, consultant, coach, corporate trainer, workshop leader, course creator, whatever you are. So there's lots of personalization and customization in the assignments. But week 2 is about sales research, how to ask intelligent questions of these AI platforms, and how to conduct meaningful research, gathering information on prospects to get more context, and then tapping into trends and industry research. And we saw a little bit of that today as well. Week 3, sales content with AI. As you know, bad prompts, surface level prompts, incomplete prompts, short prompts, prompts without context, detail, or specific instruction, garbage in, garbage out, quality input is absolutely required. If you just need a few weeks of muscle building in the prompt engineering and prompt stacking gym, this will be worth the price of admission times 100. So how to create blogs, articles, podcasts, slide decks, videos, webinars. We haven't even touched on the graphic design AI tools, the slide AI tools, the video AI tools, the audio AI tools, the audio editing AI tools. It is unbelievably fun, and we're going to talk about all of that during the program, including how to write books and short ebooks from your existing content very, very quickly, and have them not look like or sound like AI garbage, but have them look like and sound like you spent weeks writing them. Number 4 is sales scripts with AI, types of scripts that you need for business development, discovery call, prospecting call, second call, follow-up call, negotiating call, all the different types of templates, tools, and scripts specifically for business development purposes. Video scripts, how to use video platforms like Loom and BombBomb and StreamYard. How to use video scripts and video emails and how to create them quickly. AI for role-playing purposes, AI for handling objections, even AI for closing deals. AI for closing deals, if you can imagine that. Number 5, week number 5, is sales emails and social posts. How to craft email sequences to fill your calendar with appointments, creating content for LinkedIn, creating content for Facebook, not just written content, but written content, video content, interactive content, quizzes, assessments, lead magnets, all of those things. Instagram, Twitter, otherwise known as X, keeping your voice in social media comments. So we all know that the commenting strategy works. Commenting takes time. AI can read posts. AI can write a comment for you. You then take 2 minutes, adjust the tone and voice of the comment, and you can leave 10 comments in the same space of time it used to take you to leave 2 comments. And now you're prospecting because you're engaging with the exact right people with intelligent, insightful comments that AI didn't write, but AI helped you write. So it's AISalesLab.com. That's where to go. I think Sam already probably put that just into the question box, so you have it again. I want to give you a couple of fast action bonuses, then we'll roll right into our Q&A. So these tools are popping up literally every hour of every day. Being able to separate the wheat from the chaff, what works, what's reliable, how to use it, what's the best use case. We're doing a whole bonus session on building out your AI sales toolkit. This includes video, graphics, slides, voice, text, YouTube, and Gmail extensions. I already showed you the YouTube extension, one of the YouTube extensions that we talk about, which is that GLASP YouTube summarizer, but you are getting the full enchilada as of this current moment in the AI landscape without overwhelm, without giving you 50 different tools for each function, but the 1 or 2 top tools in each category that you really need to know. There's less than 10. There's less than 10. Some of them are on this slide. Some of them are not, but some of them are on this slide. Just hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So if you want to join us for this, it's AISalesLab.com, and I'd love to help you through all of this. The second bonus I want to give you on this masterclass right here, right now, as we're talking today, if you want to learn to fish, not just get a few fish, we're going to do an entire session on the way to think about prompt mastery, the way to think about prompt chaining and prompt stacking so that you get really good top quality output to use in emails and funnels and LinkedIn and podcast scripts and interview questions and for SEO purposes, to create YouTube outlines, to create webinar outlines, even to create webinar slides, to create webinar scripts. And just amazingly, amazingly powerful. They look like this. So applications include email, online marketing, general business, search engine optimization, LinkedIn, social media, podcast, whether you're guesting or hosting on a podcast, Twitter/X, TikTok, you name it. All the platforms, how to create prompts specific to, I want to do this on TikTok. I'm not sure why you would, but maybe you do. I want to do this on Instagram. What are the best practices on Instagram for this kind of post, this kind of content, this kind of visual, this kind of meme, whatever it might be. So there's an entire second bonus session that we're doing on prompt mastery that is going to be platform specific. And then the third thing, the final thing, before I get just so exhausted with all these gosh darn bonuses because they're so amazing and so good. You might want help, not just with AI, but with other parts of your business. And I am here to make sure that AI is your best and smartest consultant, coach, and advisor from now on, and that you get all of your questions answered, whether that is about positioning, packaging, pricing, messaging, offers, proposals, sales challenges, marketing challenges, winning attention in the marketplace challenges. I am throwing in 2 30-minute private one-on-one calls with me to help you get results fast. And our clients get results that would literally blow your socks off, like blow your socks off, that are on this slide and then hundreds and hundreds of others. So this is a $1,000 value. A 30-minute one-on-one with me is $500. You're getting 2 of them. You can book those right now. You can book those during our 5 weeks together. You can book one, book another one later, save one in the bank for later on. And that is only for the first 6 people. It's only for the first 6 people right now who pop over to AISalesLab.com, hop in. You could basically, for the same 1K, think of it as you're buying 2 one-on-ones with me, and everything else we talked about is basically free. Everything else is free. But the 2 30-minute one-on-ones, people have paid and are paying $1,000, $500 per 30-minute one-on-one consult. And we can talk about anything that's important to you. You can use those up to 6 months after the end of the AI Sales Lab. So we're going to, I don't have the exact dates in front of me, but we start on September 30th, add 6 weeks because I'm gone one of the weeks. So it's actually 6 weeks in a 5-week program. It ends up being early November. I'm pretty sure it ends up being early November. So that means that 6 months from then is going to be what? May of 2025 is when your 2 one-on-ones expire. I don't recommend you necessarily wait until May of 2025, but they're good through May of 2025 if you want to put them in the bank. So that's the story, my friends. I would love to answer questions. AISalesLab.com, that is the place to go. 12 spots total. If you're number 13, I'll simply refund the money and say, sorry, you'll have to catch the next one. I don't know when there is going to be a next one because the previous one was over a year ago. It was about 15 months ago. But here's the overall calendar. September 30th, the intro and the sales brainstorming session. October 7th, sales research. October 14th, sales content. October 21st, sales scripts. October 28th, I'm in Texas for an event. So that is a break week. That is a work week. We're not meeting on October 28th. And then November 4th is sales emails and social posts with AI. Based on the group coming together, we will schedule the AI sales toolkit bonus training when it's convenient for most people in the group. And obviously, you'll get the recording of that if you can't join us live. Prompt mastery bonus training, we will also schedule that based on the convenience of the people in the group. And you'll get the recording of that as well. And then again, the third big bonus is for the first 6 people to pop over to AISalesLab.com to private one-on-one calls with me. You can use those now. You can use those during our program together. You can use them up to 6 months from the end of our AI Sales Lab training.